Something feels off. You're earning more than before, maybe more than you ever have. And yet, everything feels expensive. Groceries feel heavier, rent feels tighter, simple things feel harder. It's not just prices, it's a feeling, like your money isn't going as far as it used to. And the question slowly builds. If I'm earning more, why does it feel like I have less? Chapter 1. The Invisible Shift. At first, you don't notice it. Prices increase slowly, small changes, barely visible. A few dollars more here, a slight increase there, nothing dramatic, but over time, those small increases compound. And suddenly, your normal life costs more than it used to, not by a huge jump, but enough to feel it, everywhere. Chapter 2. Income versus purchasing power. Earning more money doesn't always mean having more power, because what matters is not income alone, it's what your income can buy. This is called purchasing power. And when prices rise faster than income, your purchasing power decreases, even if your salary increases. So you might be earning more, but effectively, you're able to afford less. And that gap creates tension. Chapter 3. The silent impact of inflation. Inflation doesn't feel dramatic. It doesn't announce itself. It works quietly. Everyday items become slightly more expensive. Food, fuel, utilities, services. Individually, it feels manageable, but collectively, it reshapes your entire budget. And because it happens gradually, you adapt without realizing. Until one day, it feels overwhelming. Chapter 4. Lifestyle adaptation. At the same time, something else is happening. As your income increases, your lifestyle adjusts, not all at once, but step by step. Better choices. More convenience. Higher standards. You don't think of it as spending more. You think of it as living better. And you are. But those improvements become permanent. And permanent improvements become permanent expenses. Chapter 5. The New Baseline. This is where it changes. Your life today becomes your new normal. The things you once upgraded to are no longer upgrades. They are expectations. You don't question them anymore. You maintain them. And maintenance costs money, so even if your income rises, your baseline rises with it. And the gap never grows. Chapter 6. The Cost of Convenience. Modern life is built around convenience. Food delivered, groceries ordered, services automated. Everything is faster, easier, more efficient. But convenience has a price. Not always obvious, but always present. You're not just paying for products. You're paying to remove effort, and over time, that cost adds up, quietly. Chapter 7. The Multiplication Effect. Expenses today don't just increase, they multiply. One subscription becomes 5, one service becomes a system. Streaming, cloud storage, apps, memberships, each one feels small, but together, they form a fixed structure, a structure that consumes income, before you even notice. Chapter 8. Social pressure without realizing. There is also a subtle pressure. You see how others live, friends, colleagues, people online, and without thinking, your expectations adjust. You don't want less, you want alignment. To feel like you're doing okay, and that often means spending in ways that match your environment, not out of need, but out of normalcy. Chapter 9. The Gap Between Feeling and Reality. Here's the important part. You're not imagining it. Things are more expensive. Your money is under more pressure. But your brain doesn't separate causes. It just feels the result. Tightness, restriction, stress. So even if you're doing better on paper, you feel worse in reality. Chapter 10. Why it feels like you're falling behind. Because the system is moving. Prices are rising. Standards are rising. Expectations are rising. And you're trying to keep up. But keeping up is not the same as progressing. You're maintaining your position, not improving it. And maintenance feels like effort, without reward. Chapter 11. The Real Problem. The real issue is not just cost, it's structure. Your income flows in. But it's already assigned. committed, distributed, before you can use it freely. So even if you earn more, you don't feel richer, because you don't feel in control. Chapter 12. What actually changes the feeling? To change this, you don't just earn more. You redesign your system. You question your baseline. You reduce silent expenses. You create margin, not by removing life, but by removing unnecessary weight. Because once you have margin, pressure decreases. And when pressure decreases, money starts to feel different. It's not just you. Something has changed. The cost of living, the structure of life, the way money flows. And that's why everything feels heavier, even when you're doing better. But once you understand why, you stop blaming yourself. And you start seeing clearly. Because clarity is the first step toward control. If this explains something you've been feeling, this channel goes deeper. No hype, no noise, just clarity. Subscribe to Wealth Anatomy if you want to understand how money actually works in real life.